Hi guys, welcome back. Today what I'm going to do is review the new Titleist TSI1 and 2 drivers. I haven't got the TSI3, so I will compare that with some numbers later on to see the differences. If you enjoyed today's video, please do consider subscribing to the channel, and if you tap the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, it will alert you to every new video I post. And as always guys, if you do enjoy the video, please do smash that like button down below. It really does help the channel. Let's get started. So then let's start with the TSI1 driver head. This is definitely the most forgiving head of the three. They've designed it with what they call ultra lightweight distance. So basically they've tried to keep the head, the shaft and the grip as light as possible just to try and increase the club head speed that people can generate. And if we can get good club head speed with decent strike, we should be able to get a little bit more ball speed and distance from that. You have one fixed weight at the back of the club head, otherwise it's very simple in its design. The club face has what's called multi-directional stability. Basically, simply put, it's going to try and keep the spin rate consistent over and across the club face. So no matter where you try and hit it in the club face, it's going to try and keep the spin consistent, and then that therefore is going to give us hopefully more consistent distance. And as we've come to see in a lot of the Titleist drivers now for quite a while, is you have the adjustable hosel, which basically allows you to change the loft and the lie and the bias on the club to try and sort of fine tune that shape that you develop. Let's give it a hit and see what it's like. So down behind the ball, it looks lovely, kind of big, but nice and classic in its shape. Loads and loads and loads of height on that one. As ever with Titleist driver, the feel off the club face really nice and solid. Not really any issues at all with how it sort of feels when I hit it. So this driver retails at $499, so it is top end of the kind of market really in terms of price. Callaway, TaylorMade, Ping, they're all in and around the 400 mark. But it certainly feels really forgiving, like the height I'm getting off it, and this is set at 10 degrees, is really, really high. Like I say, it's not set up exactly for me, but I can certainly kind of get a sense of how forgiving this club actually is. Let's now have a hit with the TSI2 driver and see what differences there are. So when you look at the bottom of the club, there's not a lot of difference in the look. You've still got the weight fixed at the back. Only other adjustability is still in the neck. But in terms of the profile and the shape of the head, this has certainly got a little bit of a sort of wider, flatter look to it. So Titleist have designed this maybe with a little bit more aerodynamics to try and help keep the club head speed up. And obviously if we keep club head speed up, we can generate hopefully a little bit more distance. But otherwise when we sit it on the floor, that's the only sort of main difference I can see, is it just seems to hug the floor a little bit more. First hit certainly felt a little bit different that time. Slightly different acoustic off the club face. Loads of height still. 10 degrees is club head, so it's not set up ideally for me, but we're comparing like for like lofts here. Again, a little bit lower in the club face, but that's doing really well for flight and for distance there. Again, for distance, not a lot to choose between the two. I think I'm preferring the feel off the face of this one slightly more. So you have this aerospace designed titanium club face, which Titleist say is not easy to create, but apparently it creates really good ball speeds across the face. You know, whether I see that or not, it certainly feels nice when I hit it. That's a little bit higher in the face, that. It's going to pop up. Again, very consistent, very forgiving, just like the TSI1. Really finding it hard to choose between the two, but I think this is just slightly edging it in terms of looks down by the ball, so it sits that a little bit lower to the floor, gives me a little bit more confidence. That's my toe strike that does get me in trouble sometimes, but that's actually holding on quite well. So yeah, really liking both those drivers. So like I said, I haven't unfortunately got the TSI3 head to actually try against them, but I'll just talk through some of the headline differences between that head and these other two. So basically the TSI3 head has got, although it's still a 460cc head, it's got a slightly smaller looking profile. So it's got a higher club face and a higher kind of look to the crown, but it's actually creates the same amount of space inside, so it's still 460cc. It's probably going to suit to the eye of a traditionalist player or a better player that likes that smaller looking head, more pear-shaped head. Same club face materials and design, It's got the same sort of consistent spin across the club face. It's even got the same adjustable hosel as the other two club heads. But the TSI3 has actually got a little extra bit of adjustability in the bottom of the club, and that's called SureFit CG. So basically it's a sliding weight that you can move around in the bottom of the club to create a little bit more bias towards the toe or the heel, just to fine tune that shape that you're looking for. Again, price wise, it's actually still the same price as the other two, so you're looking at $499, all three of these drivers. So I think if I was going to choose between these three, it'd be a toss up between the TSI3 and the TSI2 for what I'd be looking for in a driver, but I think at the moment I would have to give my choice to the TSI2 driver, just for that little bit of extra forgiveness. I'm not looking for all that adjustability yet in the club head, so what I can adjust on the neck would do for me with that fixed weight at the back. I just feel like the look of the club head being a little bit bigger gives me a little bit more confidence and a little bit more forgiveness that I'd be looking for. If you're going to look into getting fitted for the Titleist drivers, make sure you try all three driver heads and see which one you actually like the feel of, the look of, and obviously performance-wise, see which one's actually working best for you. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please do smash that like button down below, and if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button as well. The little bell icon next to it, if you tap that, you'll get notified for every new video I post. Let me know down in the comments down below which driver you would want to go try and which one you think you'll like the most. Thanks again for watching, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.